Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're tackling a classic family conflict, the epic battle between teenagers yearning for freedom and parents clinging to caution. Specifically, the summer trip showdown, where your dreams of a wild European adventure clash head on with your dad's vision of your lost, stranded, or his tension about your immature and irresponsible actions. But fear not, travel-loving teens. Today, we're equipping you with skills that will turn that showdown into a smooth deal of trip approval. So, grab your passport, buckle up, and let's unlock those fears and lock down the dream vacation. The case of the cautious dad and the adventurous teen. Picture this: you've meticulously planned the ultimate summer trip with your friends, exploring a new city, hitting up local festivals, doing adventure sports and much more. But, when you present your masterpiece to your dad, his face turns paler than the pizza dough at your favorite pizzeria. Fear and doubt cloud his voice as he throws out phrases like, unsupervised minors, risky situations, and the dreaded, what ifs. Suddenly, your European adventure feels more like a grounded at-home sentence. Now, here are the skills you need. 1. The power of, why not? Remember, in any negotiation, including the family kind, understanding the, why nots, is key. That is, why is the other person not in the same page as you are? Remember, other person's anxieties and fears, not your goals, are driving the bus here.
Pause and reread.
In the teen trip scenario, your dad's anxieties, not his travel preferences, are driving the bus here. Instead of whining and putting up accusations, you don't trust me. Ask him.
Dad, I understand you're worried about my safety. Is it the idea of us friends going by ourselves alone, or are there specific things you're concerned about?
This shows you are taking his fears seriously and opens the door to finding solutions together. This simple shift from accusation to understanding can open the door to a calm, productive conversation. 2. Taming the amygdala, building bridges. Our brains have this part called the amygdala. It's a processing center for emotions. It's basically our built-in alarm system, and when other person's amygdala gets triggered by fear, logic goes out the window. So, how do we calm it down? By focusing on positive emotions. Talk and try to calm the other person's mind. In the teen trip scenario, after understanding your dad's fears, share a story of previous travel or something like that where you have behaved responsibly, like you can share a hilarious story of a time you navigated the entire family through a crowded area without losing anyone or any luggage. Remember, laughter disarms negativity and reminds your dad that you're not just a walking liability, but also a capable traveler with a knack for unexpected challenges. 3. Weaknesses out loud, stealing their power. We all have our insecurities, and sometimes, those insecurities come out as accusations. Here's a great move: say those accusations yourself before other person can. It might sound weird, but hear me out. By acknowledging your own potential shortcomings, you take away other person's power to use them against you. This shows maturity and willingness to work together. In the teen trip scenario, instead of waiting for your dad to bring up your tendency to forget directions, confess.
Hey Dad, I know I am not the best at keeping track of directions. I will be with my friends, and for the worst case of me being alone at some point, maybe we can agree on a travel app with offline maps just in case.
This proactive approach shows you're aware of your weaknesses and taking steps to mitigate them. This approach will force your dad's mind to not think of you as an immature teen but a responsible one who knows his weakness and tries to overcome them. 4. Making his goal your goal, the secret to sealing the deal. The ultimate goal in any negotiation, family or otherwise, is to make the other person feel like your goal is their goal, to have their minds align with yours. In the teen trip scenario, your dad wants you to be safe and have a good time. You also want a safe trip but adventure along with that. You just have to convince him around safety so that he can proceed towards your goal of a successful trip. So, find that sweet spot. Maybe propose a trip to a city with excellent public transportation, pre-book tours and activities, or suggest a buddy system with regular check-ins. Instead of insisting on the most remote, off-the-grid destination, suggest a city known for its safety and accessibility, offering to research neighborhoods, transportation options, and even local emergency contacts. This shows that you're willing to compromise and prioritize his concerns while still exploring a new place. To make him feel that you have thought this through. 1. Do your research. Show your dad you've put thought into the trip by researching safety protocols, local customs, and even basic phrases in the language. To present a united front. If you are traveling with friends, get them on board with these negotiation tactics. A united front shows maturity and responsibility. 3. Be patient and persistent. Don't expect your dad to say yes right away. Keep the conversation going, address his concerns calmly, and show him you're serious about making this trip happen. Remember a very important point: if you want the other person to really agree with you, you have to clear their mind from their confusions, and that too not just theoretically but practically too. If you do not succeed in convincing them, you might get a short-term yes from dad for shutting your mouth and let them do their work and not a true, long-run, from the heart yes. Remember, you need to compromise too because the other person will not trust you at your conditions, so be ready to compromise a little. Remember, the summer trip showdown isn't about winning or losing, it's about understanding, compromise, and demonstrating your ability to handle responsibility. By unlocking your dad's fears and locking down solutions together, you can turn that dream vacation into a reality. Remember, here we took this family scenario, but it is applicable to all cases that involve interaction and approval from other person, like sales, negotiation etc. 1. You just have to understand their viewpoint. 2. Understand their fears and reasons. 3. Speak your weaknesses and their fears out loud. 4. Make them feel safe. And then you are ready for anything that awaits. Thanks, and share it with your friends who are tangled in this scenario. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more family negotiation hacks and travel tips. And share your negotiation triumphs in the comments below. Remember, with the right approach, you can conquer anything.